That's when I woke up on a beach. Yes, I fell asleep. I'm chasing at the dreams, but they're never how they seem. There's so much on my chest, makes it hard for me to breathe. Communicating less, like it's hard for me to speak. That's when I woke up on a beach. That's when I woke up on a beach.
If you like that clip, there's more of it to come with this gentleman right here, friend of the show, Boy BlueJay. Good to see you, my friend.
Hey, hey.
Hey. So that was a concert that Boy BlueJay just performed. Is that Free Street Taverna, right? Is that where that's
Free
at?
Street, the bar and grill pub place down the road, yep.
Yeah, yeah. And you performed there with a couple of groups. That's the, those guys Beyond the Bars, and that they performed there?
Yeah, Beyond the Mic, so JT Dirty, he was the one that did the, he DJ'd for my first set, and then I actually called in the Bulkheads. It's a band out of Portsmouth, New Hampshire. And then my engineer, Nate Winter, who's engineered the song that you guys are about to check out, and Hard to Love, and a few other songs that I got out, he played with me as well. So they backed me on the second half of the show where we did some rehearsals for some live music. So it was my first time working with a real band, and it was great. It was fun.
And if viewers who don't know, I directed actually Hard to Love. It was a really awesome music video. So Boy BlueJay's style is very kind of mellow, I think. I mean, there's probably some songs of yours that I haven't necessarily heard yet that are, you know, hard, but you have a certain soulfulness to a lot of songs that I've heard. It's a great style. And for the viewers who haven't had a chance to learn more about you, you grew up in Wyndham, Maine? Is that where you grew up? Or
Yep. Yeah, I've been in Wyndham, Maine 26 years now.
Yeah, whole life, right?
My whole life.
Whole life. And what got you into music early on? Was it something that you had always wanted to do? Or?
I don't really remember if there was anything in particular. I just remember like hearing a lot of beats and stuff, like old school, like Outkast and Eminem and like Jay-Z and like all these like really cool, like Big L, 50 Cent, like they had these really cool beats that I really liked. And some of the songs, I mean, those are some fantastic artists, so like maybe them excluded, but some of the songs I would hear beats and I would just be like, man, I feel like you could write more of a story to this, or you could do more with these beats. Like I would just kind of like freestyle to them and dabble and play around and stuff. And yeah, I started at like 9 or 10 or something. I was just like writing like little, like horrible songs. They're terrible. But,
right. Well, we all start somewhere with a lot of, you know, kind of the rhymes and everything.
Yeah.
And then you kind of ventured more into the rap scene in Portland. I mean, Portland actually shockingly has a vibrant kind of underground hip hop scene. A lot of locals, but a lot of people who've moved here over the years too. I mean, how long have you been doing, because you were doing stuff with Mondays of Mind a lot of the times too, and they've been around for a while.
I've been working with Minds. Shout out to Monday the Minds. They do a show. I screw this up every time. It's like, I think it's the second and fourth Monday of every month. And if it's not that one, it's the first and second Monday of every month. But I always get it in my calendar, and I always go to the right ones. But for some reason, when I'm trying to help them out with that, I just screw it up. But I've been working with them for about a year. Just going to shows and hanging out and just shooting the shit with everybody and having fun. And they've booked me for countless shows now, and they're really cool. They do an open mic there, so anytime that I go out, you can sign up. They have like up to 5 or 6 artists that can do it. So you get 2 songs, which is, you know, like 5 to 10 minutes or whatever, preferably less than 10 minutes for 2 songs. But yeah, so it's just like a fun practicing. I mean, you get 2 weeks out of the month to go and do performances, whether you get paid for it or not. I mean, you don't get paid for the open mics, but it's just good practice to learn how to perform and learn what, you know, certain people enjoy, what the crowd can react to, how to get crowd engagement, and how to be like an MC and be able to move the crowd like you want to be.
And tell them about, because there's that cypher type of thing where everybody kind of hands off the mic. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, they do. They do a freestyle. So usually the night starts off with like a little bit of a freestyle. They get like 10 minutes of freestyling where Jacobson is the host for that. So usually he's really into this big like 4-for-4 thing. So you spit 4 bars, this guy spits 4 bars, this guy spits, and you do like this big circle thing, and it's really fun because you kind of have to end your thing on something like witty and catchy to kind of make people like have your interest, and then throw it to somebody else, and it's just a ton of fun. So they do that and some freestyling and stuff, and then they go into the open mics and the books performers. So
if we have a chance, actually, we filmed the Mondays of Mine. It was one of our most popular shows. Right now, it's hovering around 5,000 views actually on YouTube.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that Mondays of Mine that you were in the cypher on. Nice. Let's show a little clip of that of Boy BlueJay doing some freestyling. We'll come back again. But before we get off of the interview altogether, we're going to see a little clip of your new music video coming up. But first off, let's check out that cypher so you guys can get an idea kind of what that's all about. And a shout out to Mondays of Mine. They're great guys.
We kick it fast like the last night. past knows, so it's my pastime. Yeah, it's my favorite, it's a flavor that I never getting sick of. I guess I'm getting pissed off, cause you're not like I stick up, yeah. Tell me how a real feel, cause I've been in the field trying to get a little love. Maybe I can trade the love for a little bit of trust. Maybe I can trade the camera for a little bit of crush. Yes, like I don't really know what I can need. I'm just another sperm cell, just another seed. I've been trying to swim, I'm just a fish in the sea. You're just a bird in the sky. I'm asking myself why, like am I just a bird while I'm stuck in my mind? I'm just suburban in the bourbon while I'm back in my mind. I'm back in my prime, I'm optimist, I'm about to roll out. Tell me what it really takes to get sold out.
So that's what a cipher is for any of us, because I didn't know what a cipher was either. But that's cool, freestyling, and you like doing that too, right? Just getting out there and kind of, yeah.
That's how I started doing everything. Like, I would just go to like house parties and stuff when I was younger, like in high school, and for some reason at the time, like everybody was like driving around smoking and stuff, and they always wanted to like freestyle, and I was just always about it. I was just always jumping on any chance I got, and people just really liked it, and they pushed me to kind of keep doing it. So I just started writing songs, and yeah, so that's doing the freestyle stuff with Monday the Minds is like kind of like the roots. I don't do it as much as I like on my own time. I used to listen to beats like I wouldn't even listen to music. Like I swear to God, I was like 70% of the time it was just beats, and I was just freestyling and just. And now it's like I'm listening to music because I'm trying to create songs better and become a better songwriter and singer. So I'm like singing along to other songs to kind of expand my vocabulary and my vocal presence and stuff like that. Trying to learn how to project has been a battle for me, man.
Yeah. And a lot of it, I think you're saying the writing side of it or different other things rather than the freestyle can be fun, but it's much more about the performance at the time. Yeah. So for anybody who's wondering, how did you come up with the name Boy BlueJay?
Oh, that's a great question. Yeah, so my grandmother, she passed away when I was quite a bit younger. I think when I was like 12 or 13 or so, and that was right around the same time my parents got divorced and stuff. So it was just like very chaotic for me at that age, getting expelled from school, and I was just a troubled youth, man, big time. But my grandmother was always just like a really big supporter, and she was just always there. She was always spending the night at our house and stuff, and she was just great. She was just the best. She was like the glue to the family, as a lot of grandmothers are, and her grandparents. So. She was just really into bluebirds. I don't know what it was, but I don't know. I wish I could ask her like why the significance. But she just loved bluebirds, man. It was like her favorite thing. And anytime, being young, like you don't always want to call your grandparents and talk to them on the phone for a million years because that's what they want to do, And so she'd be like, anytime you see a bluebird, give me a call. And I'm like, all right. So that was kind of our thing. She'd see one. And she'd be like, hey, you saw a bluebird. What have you been doing today? Just thought of you. And so that became our thing that way. And when she passed away, I got a BlueJay tattooed on my arm as like a respect and a remembrance thing for her. And bluebirds were just like a little bit more feminine than I wanted, and blue jays were like fierce and cool. So I kind of transitioned to that because it made me think the same thing. And then I went swimming one day down the street from my house, and some chick was trying to ask me a question or something, and she was she didn't know my name or anything, so she's like, hey kid, hey BlueJay, and like I just remember like it just grabbed my interest instantly because it was on my arm and that's all she could see. So and then after I was like, yeah, that was kind of cool. Like whatever, answered her question, and then. Yeah, I don't know. It just kind of it felt like a homey kind of thing to be called. So I was like, all right, this feels like kind of normal. So I went through a list, man. I went through, for the longest time, I was just like, I'm just going to be Nicholas Nielsen, and this is just going to be me, and I'm just going to be me, and everything's me. But there's 10,000 million Nicholas Nielsens out there, so it didn't really work out. So that just became a natural way to keep the respect from her, to be something kind of different. There was like Soulja Boy and like all these different like rappers with that kind of.
Yeah, exactly, right. So just so that folks can see, there's some Boy BlueJay merchandise here too.
Yep.
I know you got the tats that are very cool, the love and the hate, but we want to be able to say the best way you can find, if you want to get Boy BlueJay merchandise, go to his show, because then you'll be able to buy it right there, straight from the guy. But you can also probably find Boy BlueJay on Facebook, Instagram, and then you could purchase some merch from that too, or?
Yeah. I got Venmo that I usually try to accept everything through that because it's the easiest thing for me, or like Cash App or Apple Pay or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm working on creating an EPK right now. It takes a little bit of money and time to make sure that gets set up right. But I am working on getting a website created, so that'll be a little bit more direct and not have to do like this middleman thing. But yeah, it says Give Love, it's the same as my hands and stuff, and I put it right on the cuffs, and then it just says Boy BlueJay on the front. So this was kind of just like a trial run to see how these stayed on the cuffs because they're stretchy.
Right.
And I didn't want them to split or crack or not wash well and have them peel off or something crazy. So I'm working with this a high school friend of mine who moved up to Tennessee and had a family out there, and he's got a press and he's got this whole thing that he does. So he's been sending me some stuff, and I've been paying him for it, and it's kind of scratching each other's backs. So yeah, if you want to order any shirts, if you want to help support me in releasing this next song, I'm waiting to release it. I haven't set a release date yet because I'm getting some money. I'm trying to make sure I get all these sold, finish up the shows that I have for the year. I work over at Aura, and I'm just trying to take as many gigs as I can from them so I can just save up a bunch of money and make sure the promotion goes well and the marketing goes well for this track. But if you want to support that, you can just reach out to me. I'm on Snapchat. I'm on Instagram, Facebook. Everything's Boy BlueJay.
Everything Boy
no
BlueJay.
E, just Boy BlueJay.
Yep, that's the big thing. There's no E.
No
Make
E.
sure you know that part. And so before we get to the clip of the song, we're not going to premiere the whole song because we want to make sure that's coming up. And you are, doing any fundraising to help get this thing going, or was that part of what you're saying, or you're selling merch for that, or? I'm
just kind of selling merch at the moment and working. I do like property management and stuff for like my full-time job. And then I work over at Aura doing doing like stage setup, working with the bands and stuff there. So, and then all the shows. So yeah, if you want to support us outside of me working like my full-time job regularly, yeah, just pop out to a show. Just follow me on Instagram is the best way to get in contact with me, or Snapchat. I got 2,000 something followers on there, which has been great. So yeah, reach out to me on there and we can set something up. I always post my flyers and stuff for when the show. I actually have a show tonight at Flask, which is the same place as Monday the Mines at 9 o'clock. So, 9
o'clock.
Obviously, this will be aired before then. I'll probably be performing at that time,
But you can find him on Instagram, Facebook, all kinds of different mediums. And before we get to the snippet of the premiere, tell us briefly about the people you work with, like Sarah Violet. We definitely want to try to get her on the show here soon. Could be later on in this episode if we can reach her. But she's does a lot of your videos. Some of the other folks, Nate, you said. And
so shout out to the team. Right now, my engineer is Nate Winter. He is working on an album. He's phenomenal, man. He's been working with Dave Simmons from Casey and the Sunshine Band. He's an incredible guitar player, engineer. He's super good engineer. And he's a great businessman. He's become a really good friend of mine. He's just a really smart dude. He's gonna make a lot of strides here coming up in the next few months. He's worked with, like I said, Dave Simmons from Casey and the Sunshine Band. I wish I could remember. He had like the Jobson brothers from Hawaii that he was just working with. So yeah, he's great. He's a great dude. He's my engineer. He's my mentor. He's somebody that's helped me a lot. Sarah Violet, I just shot this music video with her. I never worked with her before. Well, I guess that's a lie because we had
that super group,
Kill the System.
Kill the System. Yeah, exactly right.
So we did that, which that video ended up actually getting taken down. I guess the girl that booked us all for it, something happened with it. She was getting like picked on or something with it for her voice. I don't really know what happened. I don't want to call her out in any way, shape, or form, but she
felt uncomfortable with it.
Take it down. So that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. That shit'll happen. So we're just working with Sarah, Nate, and Monday the Mines really is kind of the squad right now. Yeah,
it's a good squad to have. Check Boy BlueJay out. We're going to watch the video now. When we come back after this break, we've got more show for you. Thanks a lot. We'll be right back.
So who am I trying to be when I'm trying to be with you? Lot of recognize like emotions are stuck down. Girl, I'm trying to breathe. Can you open a window? Had enough of lies, so I'm letting the truth out. Families apart, and there's so much to handle. Flame in the dark, got me chasing the candle. Went from playing guitar, now I'm playing a card. But when you play with my heart, that's the riskiest gamble. That's when I woke up on a beach. Yes, I fell asleep. I'm chasing at the dreams, but they're never how they seem.